No, yes. You locate the question was you have to locate the entire line, and the answer is yes, you have to locate the entire line. Okay.
Supposing that the line that you're going to work with is not unique. Supposing that you have a go-to.
You try, then quote the look, well, you have to look through your program. It scans starting from where the current location of the pointer is, and until it finds the first occurrence of that quote that you've given it, okay? And like what's happening. You look at your program and you work it out. If there are many occurrences of do 5 in your program, it'll find the first one, and then you just say, again, when it's pointing here, you say locate do 5, okay? And then it'll pick out the next line that has a do 5 in it, okay?
You say again?
No, you don't say again. It's pointing here, and it'll print out the line for you, okay? And then you say locate do 5, it goes down further. So now we've got the pointer pointing to this line here. And now we want to insert some statements. What do we do? Very simple. What do you think we do? Hit carriage return. Hit carriage return and get into input mode. Okay, so you hit a carriage return, and then it'll say input. And you just go on. You can insert as many statements as you want, and when you're finished making the insertions, you hit an extra carriage return to get back into edit mode, and it will be inserted right where you want it. Okay? Now, sometimes you might say locate something, and it won't find it. It'll say end of buffer reached by locate, which means it searched through the whole thing, it hasn't found it. Fine, you go back up to the top again. Whenever it says end of buffer reached by, you know that point is pointing at the bottom. So let's say that you have a do 5 in your program, and you said by mistake do 8, which is not in your program. And you were at the top, and it said end of buffer reached by locate, do 8. So you say, oh, I made a mistake. So what do you think you do now? Do you type in L space do 5? You have to go to the top. If you don't go to the top, it'll hang up at the bottom, and it'll keep on saying end of buffer reached, even though it's clearly in your program. You've got to point that thing back up to the top again. All right, so very quickly, there's some other commands you might want to do. When you want to print a line, print where it is, where it's pointing, or print a few lines. For example, let's say that this said do 5. Remember, we inserted a few lines here. Okay? And let's say I just want to print out those few lines all together to make sure that it looks all right. I go to the top, I locate do 5, it prints it. Then I can say print, and remember, I can just use P, which is the initial, space, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I want to just print 5 lines. I can put a number here. Like print 5 means print the next 5 lines, okay? Print 10 means print 10 lines. Print 500 means print 500 lines, but we don't have to worry because it'll stop at the end no matter what. All right. There's an important command that I've left out on the tape. Let's say that I want to delete this line, okay? Well, let's say I actually let's first delete one line at a time. If I want to delete a line, this is a very scary command, and you have to be careful when you use it because you can delete your whole program if you're not careful. I locate the line that says do 5, and I just type D carriage return, okay? It deletes it. It's gone forever, okay? Now, let's say I want to delete all these 5 lines that I've typed here. I want to get rid of them. I say delete space 5 carriage return. Bang, the 5 lines are completely erased. If you slip and add an extra 0, it'll delete 50 lines, and you'll never get them again. They're gone. Okay, that's the delete command. So we've got the locate command, the print command. Let's say you locate a line and you want to get to the next line. Instead of saying locate and quote from the next line, you can just write N carriage return. That stands for next, okay? All right, that takes care of next. The retype command, the important thing to remember is you're going to retype a whole line. So after you locate do 5, you might want to retype the entire line. You say R space retype, and then you retype the entire line. Remember the space there. That's, of course, very important. Every editor command must be followed by a space, okay, by a blank. You quote the entire line. Okay. What?
What does the R do?
Retypes. In other words, you've located do 5, it quotes it for you, and now you just retype it by saying R space, let's say you say go to 5 instead of do 5. You want it to say go to 5, okay? It's a retype.
With N, could you say N space some number?
No, I don't believe you can. I never tried it. Could be.